So my dad's a pastor, and I was born in New Jersey when we were serving out there, when he was serving out there, and then moved to California, and that's where I like grew up. Basically, is California. And we were always at not a small church, but a smaller church, in that it was just one pastor. He never had an associate, so it was always like he was the only pastor I ever knew my whole life. And then we moved. He took a call to be a pastor at a church in Wisconsin, Milwaukee area, when I was 18, and that church has 3.5 pastors now, so it's much bigger. And so it was different, not having him be the only pastor. And I think, and that's about right when I started to go to college, and I went to WLC, Wisconsin Lutheran College in Milwaukee, right off the bat, out of high school. And my first, I don't know, either 3 or 4 semesters, probably 4, I kind of lived the classic college life. Just, I went to church most of the time, but it was always like, this is just what you're supposed to do kind of thing.
Yeah, take advantage of it while you can.
Yeah, right. It was a lot of, doing dumb stuff on weekends sort of thing. And I remember it was my beginning of my junior year. I lived in a house with a bunch of my buddies. There were 4 of us that lived there, and we had a bunch of people over. It was a Friday night, which that was like every single Friday night. We all had a bunch of people over.
Yeah.
And, I was the only sober one.
Okay.
And there were probably 15 people there. And so I just went into my bedroom and locked my room because I was so annoyed, because I was like having to babysit everybody. And I'm like, no, this is stupid.
That's true.
I'm leaving. I'm not doing this. So I locked the door, and I was in a bad mood. And I'm like, no, I'm going to read my Bible. I haven't done this in a while. Which is probably not a good thing. But at least I opened it. And that was
a good thing in that moment.
But it was a good thing in that moment that I read it. And like, I still remember that there was just some click that day. I was like, oh, look at that. God wasn't lying. Who would have guessed? He's telling the truth. And not that like everything in my life was instantly a 180 from that point on, but that was the first time that really got me thinking like, oh, I need to start taking my own faith life much more seriously. Because when I got to college, that was when faith was it's not spoon-fed to you by mom and dad anymore. It's actually yours.
It's on you. Yeah.
Right. And if I'm not going to open my Bible, and if I'm, I'll go to church from 9 to 10 on Sunday morning, and that's my hour of Jesus time all week. That's not really gonna cut it or be enough to pour into my faith life the way I needed to. So as I kind of realized that now it's my job and not mom and dad's job, that's realizing that is kind of when things started to change